Good morning, Patriots. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. So by now you all know Trump got indicted last night. That's all I'm going to say on that. It's all going to play itself out. I think it's all a big show by both sides. I don't trust anyone. I'm moving on. Where it goes, it goes. I'll deal with it after that. What I have is, yesterday, I heard some intel from a very popular and reliable person that has his own .com site, but I can't even mention it or his name on this station, or I'll go to jail. But this man is very reliable. You all know who it is. And he has very good sources. Well, one of these sources told him they have received credible information, ongoing, fluid, that within the next 90 days, which was apparently the first week of March, there will be an EMP attack in the United States. Okay, we've heard it before. I figured it would be the Democrats. But while I don't disbelieve this person and their sources, here's where it doesn't make sense to me. The Democrats are owned by the Chi-Coms. The Chi-Coms have been promised America by the Democrats. They need the land and the infrastructure to feed their billions of people. What they don't need is us. So the Chinese would not EMP America and set us back to the Stone Ages. They need the infrastructure. They need the housing. They need everything that is currently run by electricity, regardless of how the electricity is generated. An EMP would totally eliminate anything that has any kind of computerized microchip electrical circuits in it. Now, the Chinese could eventually replace all that stuff, but it would take years and years and years, and they don't have that kind of time. So, it ain't the Chinese, in my opinion. Now, the Russians are supposedly working with the Chinese. So, if they're working with them, naturally they would have an understanding in their dealings with them. Don't EMP America. We need their shit. Okay. North Korea could be the threat. Little Weeble Wobble could be looking to make a name for himself. But when these little shithole cesspool third world dictators decide to act out of step, they will have to pay the consequences, which means China would probably blow his fat little ass off the map for ruining what China has been promised by the Democrats. And that goes for any country who would be thinking of doing an EMP on us, which at this time could be anyone. It would only take a briefcase-sized EMP 300 miles over Middle America, around Kansas, to EMP the entire United States. As it is, even if they choose a select cesspool shithole city, our electrical grid is so interconnected and so antiquated, that means old for tards, that it would affect the entire country. Now, the grid may go down all across America because I think there's only like 9 super substations that connect the entire grid, and Texas is their own. So there's 2 on the East Coast in New York City. So if New York City had an EMP dropped on it, those would go down. But the way EMPs work is that current instantly flows through every line. So almost instantaneously it would sweep all the way across America through the lines. Unless certain people knew what was going to happen and protections had been made to turn off certain stations so that the EMP wouldn't go all the way through. Because let's face it, New York City offers nothing to the rest of America. They have no infrastructure for farming or anything that involves manual labor. They have no land for farming. And they're bordered by salt water, which has no purpose in farming. So a targeted EMP on New York City with some conspiratorial help from within the U.S. to make sure it doesn't spread outside New York City potentially could be what happens. They could do that in other places as well. But all other cesspool shithole cities in Democrat-run states are located in states that have very valuable farmland and farming infrastructure, train tracks, all that good stuff. So, no, it looks like New York City, to me, would be the target if that's the way it works. Okay, so the whole point of this thing was there are things you can do to prepare for an EMP attack. You can make yourself a little Faraday can out of a garbage can, an aluminum garbage can, and cardboard and Reflectex tape to seal it up. That'll protect a lot of small to mid-size electronic devices. There are devices that you can get for your vehicles, like that right there, which I have in my 12-volt holder. It's a trap. It supposedly is going to protect my vehicle from an EMP. I have one on my tractor. I have one on my side-by-side. There are some that you can just do a little battery connect thing to the cables because there's no 12-volt ports on some. And there are whole house devices for about $300, $400 that you can get that you hook up to your panel box where your main power comes into your house that supposedly will save all the electronics in your house. The wires coming to your house will be fried. Like my meter is 200 foot from my house, so that brings in my 100 amp service. That's all going to be fried. All the lines running on my property would be fried, but all the electrical components within my house supposedly will be saved. Don't know. Now, I have solar emergency generators to back that up. I'm trying to build some Faraday cages to help save them. It's unknown whether the panels will be affected if they're not hooked up to anything. So the month of May, unless I hear something in the meantime, I'm going to leave everything, all my solar stuff and everything, unplugged from the generators the month of May, just in case, unless, like I said, I hear something else. That's all I really got for now. Just thought I'd give you a little heads up on that. I don't do red alerts and super red alerts and stuff to clickbait and be stupid like all these other channels. No, I'm giving you information. You're either going to look or you're not. You're not going to do it because I say red alert. When I see red alert on another channel, I don't even bother to click on because it's already something I know. They're just doing it to get clicks. I really don't give a shit about clicks. All right. So that's what I know. As I learn more, I will pass it on ASAP. But we're already at the end of March. I just found this out yesterday, so I lost a whole month getting prepared and being able to let people know what I've learned. So let's go with that for now, and as soon as I hear something else, I'll pass it on. Feel free to pass this on. So like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT signing off.